What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brick Hive. Thank you for joining me. So I've talked a lot about violence and Lego sets that were connected to Lego sets, weapons, military, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I noticed that there is a few different Lego sets that have like some adult humor kind of connected to them. Now, whether or not Lego knew about this adult humor, which I would like to think that they would watch the movies that they're based off of. Maybe they thought it wouldn't really matter. Maybe they didn't think it was that bad. Maybe they thought that what they made wouldn't really connect with the movie that it was based off, which I find odd, because one of the reasons, or maybe the only reason, I'm not sure, that they don't make weapons and military stuff is because they're afraid that kids will notice or recognize these weapons or military vehicles or whatever in certain hot spots in the world. Whereas I'm thinking, well, I mean, I don't think that that's really the case, but it could happen. But I do find it that it would be easier for a kid to affiliate a minifig or a Lego set with some adult-oriented movie, you know, that their parents might have. Anyways, so there's four that I just wanted to briefly just touch upon. I just thought this would be a semi-entertaining video. I did put this in the thumbnail and description, but this has mature content, mature language. So if you're watching this around children, or if you are a child, stop watching. All right, so first I want to talk about Ghostbusters. So Ghostbusters was a Dimension set, but it's also been a couple other sets as well. Now, there's a lot of different adult jokes in the movie Ghostbusters. I can't even remember now, honestly, if it was rated PG, PG-13 or R, but I really think it might have been PG, but this was back in the 80s, so I don't think everybody was so worried about that as much. So like I said, there's a lot of adult-oriented humor in Ghostbusters, but one of the jokes that kind of stood out to me the most was the scene where Ray is having a dream about a ghost giving him a blowjob, and I just found it absolutely hilarious. I even went back and double checked through the sets just to make sure that that ghost wasn't one of the ones they made, which I would have found hilarious, but it was not. Just thought that was funny. It was a funny scene in the movie, and Ghostbusters is just up there with probably one of my favorite comedies of all time. That was the first adult humor that I had kind of put two and two together with one of the sets. All right, so the next one I wanted to talk about was Gremlins. Again, 80s movie, has a lot of different adult humor in it. I mean, I remember I saw it when I was a little kid, and I was scared. I mean, I was a little kid, but it was definitely scary when Stripe, the main bad gremlin, when he got killed and he was in like that water fountain and he was like melting. But yeah, that like freaked me out. The adult humor part that I'm thinking of really is basically when they were kind of, all the gremlins were running amok throughout the city, and there's like a scene where they're all in like a bar, just sitting there drinking alcohol and everything, and one of the gremlins flashes, you know, the lady bartender. Again, man, I think this stuff is hilarious, but you know, I was just thinking, I was like, wow, that's some adult humor connected with a Lego set. Interesting. So the next one I was thinking about was Itchy and Scratchy. And really, we could probably just kind of condense this into The Simpsons in general. And a lot of people might be like, well, that's already a cartoon. And look, just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's for kids. This is a cartoon that comes on like at prime time, and it's clearly got more of an adult feel to it. But even the cartoon thing, you know, there was a cartoon based off Ghostbusters, and there was a cartoon based off the next theme I'm going to talk about, which is Beetlejuice. You know, the whole thing about being a cartoon makes no difference. It's adult humor, but Itchy and Scratchy have got to be two of the most violent cartoon characters I've ever seen. All right, so the next one, Beetlejuice, wearing the shirt as well. So look, again, lots of adult humor, 80s movie, but there's two specific scenes that kind of stood out to me as far as the adult humor goes. This is one of them. I absolutely love this scene. I easily go, well, there's a lot of other toys that make military sets, so Lego should make military sets. So this wasn't really, you know, a rant or a diss at Lego or anything like that. I thought it was a good little topic to talk about. As usual though, I appreciate everything all of you do for the channel. It means the world to me. All of you are awesome. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I hope all of you are having a great day or night. If you do like my content, if you like my channel, if you thought this video was pretty cool, why don't you go ahead and show some adult humor to that like button for me. And subscribe. Join the hive. Peace out, everybody.